Good evening, folks. What it do? What it do? P Dizzle on the stream, baby. Come on in. I got a gift for y'all. A free gift. A free gift. A free gem. What in the hold on, y'all? This stupid behind thing. What is up with this thing, bro? That's one of them dumb Google voices. All right, y'all, come on in. As promised. As promised, without further ado, microphone check. Hit the like button. We about to get into it. How to buy rental properties in 2026. There's a lot of gurus on the internet. How's my sound, y'all? How's my sound? There's a lot of gurus on the internet. You know what I mean? That want to be the real deal. But I'm here to tell you, I'm the real deal. Yes. I'm not a guru, y'all. I'm an expert. I'm going to say that one more time. I am not a guru. I'm an expert. I've been in real estate 11 years. This is the 11th year for me. And God's been amazing. Nothing but blessings. And I'm here to spread the wealth and the knowledge. It's all about knowledge and information. And a lot of folks come up to me and ask me, oh, how did I do it? What's the secret? What's this? What's that? The secret is to get knowledge, get the information, come up with a plan, and execute. Execute means taking action. Execute means taking action on the plan that you have come up with. So that's just a little spiel for me. Without further ado, let's get to it. So I'm going to show y'all a couple of my rentals. I'm going to show y'all like two of my rentals. I'm going to talk about two different strategies as far as buying rentals, my preference. And then we're going to go over some numbers. We're going to go over cash on cash, the 1% rule, all that good stuff, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, hold on, y'all, man. I don't know what's been going on with freaking YouTube, man. Let me pull it up over here. YouTube been slacking, bro. Glitching left and right. Like my chat, can't see my chat. Come on in, y'all. Moonrock, what it do? Yeah, man, I can't even see the chat. I can't even see my chat, bro. Hit that like button for your boy. All right, y'all. So here we go. Here we go. Thank y'all. So here's two strategies that I like. The first strategy we're going to talk about is buying rentals turnkey. All right, what does turnkey mean? What does turnkey mean? Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? There we go. All right, let me just make sure. All right, so this is a duplex I bought last year. I bought this duplex last summer. This is a turnkey property, okay? This is a turnkey property. It's in a great neighborhood. It's in a working class neighborhood. I would say it's borderline, it's a C plus borderline B neighborhood because right down here you have Publix, you got the Publix grocery store on this same road, and you got the road to the beach. All right, so this is a turnkey. What's turnkey? It's essentially what the name is. It's a turnkey property, meaning I bought this property, y'all, and I did nothing. It's turnkey. It's ready to go. I inherited two tenants. I was able to raise the rents. I found a gentleman who was in a situation. He was facing a tax sale, and sometimes you get lucky in real estate, man. And I got lucky with this one. I got it at a nice value, a nice price. I mean, I got some equity in it. More importantly, two things that I love about turnkey properties, if I can get a deal on it, check mark. And if I can get that cash flow, check mark. And if it's in an appreciating market, the neighborhood that it's in an appreciating market. So this is definitely a win-win for me across the board. Totally renovated. Totally renovated. New roof, hurricane impact windows. Okay, this apartment right here is a efficiency. Okay, so I raised the rent on this guy. I raised the rent on this guy by a couple $100. And this is a 1-1. This is a 1-1, beautiful in the inside. And this little plot of land right here, I did not know. But this whole little plot of land, this is part of the lot. So it's a nice size lot, corner lot. You know what I mean? And this lady right here, the way the situation worked out, she wasn't paying any rent. So here I come knocking. I'm the new sheriff in the town. So I got a good monthly cash flow on this unit, right? So it worked out for me, man. So this is a turnkey property. Turnkey. Come on in, man. Hit that like button, subscribe. So that's the first strategy, y'all. So why am I talking about turnkey properties? Well, here's the thing. If you are say you got a full-time job, say you're busy, say you got a lot on your plate, or just say, like, hypothetically, you don't want to do the whole landlording thing. You can buy turnkey properties. You can buy turnkey properties where there's not a lot of logistics involved as far as getting the property up and running, operational. You could buy turnkey properties and then turn around and hire a property manager. Because I could hire a property manager right now, but I don't. I self-manage for now. Probably maybe this year, depending on how 2026 go, I might hire my first property manager, depending on my workload, as far as my business and my life and more rentals that I acquire. But I self-manage. But hypothetically, for you guys out there, you're like, look, Carlson, I want to get into real estate, but I want to be hands off. I would say, listen, if you got the money, you got good credit, buy turnkey properties, hire a property manager. You're still semi-passive. You're not 100% passive. You're still semi-passive. You know what I mean? You're still semi-passive, but there's less headache. Okay, there's less headache with turnkey properties. You shouldn't have to worry about repairs. It can get crazy, y'all. And I'm gonna show y'all another property here shortly. Matter of fact, let's see. Which one should I show y'all here? I'm gonna show y'all this one right here. I'm gonna show y'all this. So that's my first strategy. So I recommend turnkey properties for the novice, hands-off, amateur investor. Right? You want to be what they call a casual investor. I would recommend, hey, buy you a set of turnkey properties. Get you a property manager, pay them 10% of the rent, and rock it out. Okay. 1 second, y'all. Let me show y'all this next one. This next one was sweet. It was sweet. This next property I got. Now, this is my other strategy, y'all. This is my other strategy. Okay. This is my other strategy. And I call this buying fixer-uppers. Okay. Fixer-uppers. Yeah. Let me know. Can y'all see that right there? Hit that like button, man. Come on in. See Dizzle on the stream. See Dizzle. We starting off the year with a bang. All right, so this is a fixer-upper. This is my preference, okay? This is what I prefer, okay? This is what I prefer. Fixer-uppers. So you're looking at it, you're probably like, damn, this is a duplex. Well, technically, yeah, it looks like a duplex, but it's actually been parceled. It's been parceled, okay? I own one side of this property, okay? And I'm gonna give y'all the backstory on this deal right here. I bought this property, damn, 5 years ago, 2021. So I own this side, y'all. I own the right side. This is my unit right there. And see, that's how I used to look. That's how I used to look. When I bought it, that's how I looked. Dingy. Dingy, beat up. But guess what I inherited? I inherited a new roof. The inside was a wreck. The inside was a wreck, folks. I have the pictures. I'm gonna see if I can send them to my phone. Matter of fact, let me pull this up. Yeah, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the inside. I got the pictures on my phone because I want y'all to see this, man. I want y'all to know, okay, when Carlton says a fixer upper, this is what he's referring to. Yeah, I want to show y'all that. Give me a second, y'all. So this duplex, I'm sorry, I said duplex. This is what they call a villa. All right, y'all see that trash right there? I'm still dealing with this problem. Y'all see that trash, man? People have no respect for nothing. So this is the unit. It's a corner lot. It has a, as you can see, it has a carport. Okay, that's the back door. That's the back door. This is the other unit. Now my unit is bigger than this one. Okay. And I had an opportunity, folks. Listen to me. I had an opportunity to buy this one, but I did not have the capital. So I'm gonna break the numbers down on this. We're gonna go over numbers, man. I got a sweet deal on this one. Hold on, let me find the pictures of the inside so y'all can see it. Going through my photos, I think I found, is this it? Nope. One second, y'all. Come on in, hit that like button. See this on the stream, baby. Giving out that game. Where is it, man? I want y'all to see how bad of a wreck it was. The more beat up the property is, the better for me. All right. Buying fixer uppers is not for everybody. It's not. Damn, I can't find it. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second, man. When did I buy this damn property? Give me a second, y'all. When did I buy this damn property? Yeah, 2021. So, thank y'all for the likes. Where is it at, bro? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna give up if I can't find it. It should be right in here somewhere. Wait for it. Wait for it. No. Damn, I can't find the pictures, y'all. It's in I got so many pictures of houses. I don't know where in the heck it's at. It should be right in here. But nonetheless, y'all, I got a brand new roof, right? So check this out. Let me go back. I got a brand new roof, okay? Brand new roof, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Okay, my buy box. What's a buy box? Type of properties I want to buy are 3 bedrooms. Okay, I'll take a two, but it has to be in a great neighborhood, and I got to get a deal on it. All right. By the way, if you're in the stream and you have a question, do not hesitate to fire away your question. Like I said, you're not dealing with a guru, baby. You're dealing with an expert. I've been at this a long time, y'all. I have a lot of experience. I've seen a lot in my line of business. I've dealt with all types of situations. I only deal with off-market properties, by the way. I know a lot of people out there preach buying off the MLS. To each his own. I get better deals when I buy directly from the seller. I'm direct to seller. I do all my marketing. I do all of my prospecting myself, in-house. Me and Gigi. I taught Gigi the game in 2020. She's taking off like a rocket ship. Everything's been smooth selling, y'all. Okay, so I don't know why in the hell. Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I search. Let me see something. Silver Beach. Bam! I found it. Ah, okay. Now y'all gonna see it. Okay, y'all gonna see how crummy this place was. I got it, y'all. Okay. Okay, we good. So I got a deal on this baby. I bought it for 78,000. Think about that. And we're gonna discuss this later in the stream. I bought a 3-bedroom. By the way, the Intercoastal, if you know Florida, the Intercoastal is right there. You see those buildings? That's the beach. I bought it for 78,000. No HOA, none of that. A steal. What's up, Nicole? Nicole asked, hey, can you use a property you inherited to start out? Hell yeah. That's the best way. It's free. Hell yeah, Nicole. Tell me more. You got a property you inherited? Huh? Come on in and hit that like button. So I brought this property for 78,000, folks. This property has literally been a piggy bank. What do I mean by that? I have refinanced this property twice. Yeah, I've tapped into the equity twice. And I'm gonna go into more detail what that means later in the stream. But this property has literally been a cash cow. Cash cow, okay? So check it. I bought it for 78,000. All right, let me see if my pictures came through. Yep. Y'all want to see these pictures, man? I'm gonna show y'all how this place look, y'all. Janky. Janky. Bought it for 78,000. All right, hold on. Stop there. Come on in, man. Come on in. See Dizzle, baby. How to buy these rentals, man. Rentals are the key to wealth. This is how this place looked when I bought it. Can y'all see? All right, so here we go. Where we at? There we go. This was the back. So that was the carport. Okay. That was the carport. Is it big enough? Pause. Is it big enough here? Hold on. I'm trying to do everything. I'm not so tech savvy like y'all, man. 1 second. Damn. Oh, come on, man. What in the world? Hold on, man. Oh my gosh. Hold on, folks. Give me a second. There we go. What is come on, man? Damn. Come on. Sorry, y'all. There we go. All right, so let me zoom in. Y'all see that now? There we go, folks. Sorry, man. I'm trying to figure it out on the fly. All right, so that was the back. Okay. That is what we call a Florida room. I converted this into a bedroom. Looks dingy, right? That was a hot water heater. Okay. That was a bedroom. Oh my God. Wait till y'all see this kitchen. That was the bathroom. My goodness. Okay. Another bedroom. Nightmare. I love this, y'all. By the way, when I'm buying properties and I see a property look like this, I'm rubbing my palms together because I smell money. I smell money. That was the kitchen, folks. That was the kitchen, folks. Come on in, hit that like button. It's paid for, Nicole. Okay. I would advise you, Nicole, to see if you can buy out his interest and you own it outright. If it's paid for, that's a great situation. Okay, that was the living room. That was the side of the house. Yeah, that's all the pictures I got. So a little bit more about this property. 78,000. I got to steal. I put about 35,000 in the renovation, and I'm going to show y'all what it looked like when we finish the renovation. I made it absolutely beautiful. So my mortgage has fluctuated throughout the years, but my original mortgage was $800 a month. Yeah, Gentis, I'm cash flowing like a mud. I'm about to go over my cash flow. All right, so 1 second here. By the way, thank y'all for rocking out, man. Subscribe if you're new. So this is how it looks now, folks. This is how it looks now. It looks jaw-dropping. Hold on, jaw-dropping. They're probably gonna be like, damn. Now, there's a story behind this property. I tried to sell this property. You know, I tried to sell this property, could not sell it. Okay, so this is the renovation, y'all. Look at what we did to this place. And this is my passion. Okay, this is what I was born to do. This is why I'm here on this earth. Okay. Look at the renovation, folks. I'll zoom in. Okay. That puppy nice, ain't it? That's the living room, kitchen. Okay. Put 35 in this place. I put all new windows. The AC wasn't that old. I inherited a nice newer AC. Did the bathroom, all new electrical work, fixtures, floors, baseboards, the kitchen. That was that crummy floor of the room, and that was the back. So we did our thing on this, man. Fixer uppers. They call this the Burr. They call it the Burr. You might hear it online. You might hear it on Instagram. You might hear it on the internet, the Burr. It's essentially buying a fixer upper, renovating it, and renting it out and refinancing it. Okay. So some of the numbers. My first tenant, I was getting, my mortgage was 800, and I was getting, I'll tell you right now, I was getting, tell you how much rent I was getting. And I'm blessed, y'all. I've had nothing but great tenants. I've had 2 tenants in this property. The first tenant was a couple. Thank you, Gentis. Okay, so I was making, my first tenant was paying me $1,700. I just went and looked it up. So y'all do the math. My mortgage $800. The rent was $17. I was cash flowing $900, y'all. So I wrote that out for a year. So the first tenant came. It was a young couple. They was in their 20s, and they left because they broke up. Yeah, they broke up as a couple. So the guy, one day he called me. He was like, "Hey man, me and my girlfriend broke up." So he was at the end of his lease, and he decided to leave. Obviously, he couldn't afford it. So that was the end of that. But that was good though. You know why? You want to know why that was good? When he left, he left the property in immaculate condition. And see, this is the thing about rentals and being a landlord. Something called tenant turnover. Tenant turnover. Tenant turnover. What's tenant turnover? When the tenant leave, the lease expire or whatever, you evict them, and you got to clean up their mess. Luckily, he left the place in great condition. All I had to do was clean. I thought I was gonna have to paint. I didn't have to paint nothing. I cleaned. I bought a new tenant in, and I rose the rent, y'all, by $600. So I went from, I'm sorry, 700. I went from 1,700. This is when COVID happened. Remember, COVID happened and rent prices went through the roof. I went from 17 to 2,400. That was the new rental market, the new demand. COVID, everybody had money, PPP, stimulus checks, 2,400. And the same guy's been there now 2 years. He don't miss a beat. You got to know how to vet these damn people, man. That's the trick to this. Vetting your tenants. Me, I'm not too big on credit score. Your credit can't be a wreck. But you got to show me verified income. And you can't be a felon. That's my two big nuggets. Income and not being a felon. Because if you're a felon, you liable to do some shit, and that might put me on the hook for something you might do. So here's what happened though, folks. And let me see. Yep. So let's rewind. I had a mortgage for $800. All right, let's do this right here. Who's visual? Who's visual? I'm very visual, y'all. I'm very visual, folks. Let's do this. Let me show y'all how I've been cashing out on this property slowly. This property has got me out of so many jams. Where is the calculator at? One moment, y'all. Why don't I see? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Can y'all see that calculator? Yep, there we go. So there's something called 70% LTV. All right. I'm not going to go too much in it, but that's essentially how much I can leverage the property for. Currently, y'all, status quo right now, this is how much the property's worth. Okay. That means I can leverage this property up to 70%. Okay. So if I multiply 285 times 0.70, that's how much I can leverage this property up to, 200,000 essentially, right? Let's rewind the clock. I bought the house for 80,000. Okay. 80,000. That was my hard money loan. Hard money loan was 80 grand. Okay. My payments were 12%. Okay. You divide that by 12. That was my monthly payment. So I ran into it. Listen, when you're running a business and you're buying properties and you're renovating and you're moving around, you're trying to move money around, you're making moves, sometimes you need to get a hold of some money. So you know what I did about 3 years ago? I took that 80,000 and I took it to 110,000. So my new payment right now, y'all, this is my new payment. I took out $30,000 on the property. Now my payment went up to 1,100, but I accessed 30 grand like at the snap of a finger. Okay. The game is sweet, baby. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. I'm cooking. I'm giving y'all the real sauce. So that's why, now let's go back. I spoke about turnkey and I spoke about fixer-uppers. You know what? With a fixer-upper, I'm all over the place, y'all. With a turnkey, I can't do that. You know why? Most of the time on a turnkey, you're paying right around 70% LTV, usually, which means you have very little equity. Like that duplex I showed you, on that duplex, all right, let's go back to the calculator. Let me show y'all the numbers on that duplex. Let me show y'all the numbers on that duplex. Okay. All right. Calculator. All right. Can y'all see my calculator? There you go. The duplex, y'all, is worth about $390. Give or take. Might even be close to $4. All right. If I wanted to grab out some money, if I wanted to take out a cash out refi on it, I can access $270. You know how much I paid for the property? All right, $275, right? Let's round it off. That's the most I can access. By the way, any questions, don't hesitate. This is what I paid, y'all. But guess what? I didn't have to make no renovations. There was no carrying costs. That was instant cash flow. All right. I prefer, now you see why I prefer those fixer uppers. Because when I get them fixer uppers, I can add value and I can play Monopoly in real life. Hit the like button, man. Giving out that sauce. I can add value in real life, play some Monopoly. Play some Monopoly. You understand what I'm saying? Play some Monopoly. Take out a little extra on the loan. Take out a cash out. Buy another property. Essentially, I can leverage. And in life, listen to me, y'all. Here's my one piece of advice for all y'all people that's trying to level up your life and get to the money. In America, you need leverage. I'm going to let that one sit. In America, you need leverage. Whether that's through credit, whether that's through equity, or whether that's through liquid cash, or whether that's through a business or stocks or bonds that you own. You need leverage. So I leverage my properties to buy other properties to scale. That's how you 10x leverage. Okay, so we got fixer-uppers, we got turnkeys. For me, I will do a turnkey, but it has to be the right situation. I gotta love the location. I gotta love the cash flow. That's it. I gotta love the location and I gotta love the cash flow. But when I'm buying a rental, folks, when I buy rentals, I'm buying fixer-uppers. 3 bedrooms, preferably. I don't care if it's a 1 or a 2 bedroom. I'm sorry. I don't care if there's a 1 or a 2 bathroom. With a 3 bedroom, I can max out the rental price. Hit that like button, man, if you're new. See Dizzle. Okay? So those are the strategies. Now, let's talk about numbers. I got something for y'all, man. I got something for y'all. Dun, da, da, dun. Now y'all about to get the real stuff, man. This the real stuff right here. Woo! This the real stuff right here, man. This is what the big boys do. You know how big boys analyze properties? Cash on cash. I consider myself a big boy. Yeah, I'm a big dog. When I'm buying a property, folks, this is the first thing I look at. What's my cash on cash? Essentially, cash on cash, what is my ROI? So here's an example. Here's an example. And if you want access to this, go follow me on Instagram at iTrapHouses. I'll put it in the chat. And I'll send you the link for this. And you can use this wherever. All right, here's my Instagram handle. Okay, why it didn't pop up? All right, here's a. Hold on, man. I don't know what YouTube got going. I don't know what they got going, folks. Hold on. Here's my Instagram handle. If you want access to this little tool that I use, I don't know what's been going on lately. Can y'all see that? There we go. I'm going to pin that. Damn, I can't pin it. But there we go, right there, Carlton Darville. At iTrap Houses. Okay, here's their example. You purchase a duplex with an initial cash investment of $100,000 and are projecting an annual gross rental income, we're gonna get into this, of $50,000, 4% vacancy, 28% operating expense, and debt service of $25,000. You want to know your cash on cash. Operating expenses are computed as percentages of gross operating income of 1 to 100. Debt service is the loan payment. So I'm gonna give it to y'all in layman terms. Okay, so let's do the numbers, y'all. Let's do the numbers. Let's do the numbers on my two properties that I showed y'all. Okay, we'll go over the turnkey first, and then we'll do the fix upper. And then we're gonna get a percentage number. All right, then we're gonna break down, okay, what's a good ROI on my money? We're gonna break that down. And that really depends on proximity, where you live at in the country. Okay, so that duplex turnkey, I had to put about $33,000 to buy it. Okay, my gross rental income, this is for the year, folks. So I'm getting $1,400 on one side. So for the efficiency, I'm getting $1,400. For the one bedroom, I'm getting $1,700. That's $3,100 a month. I'll multiply that. This is annual, by the way. This is annual. Annual means yearly. I'm getting $3,100 times 12. This is my gross, not net, my gross yearly income on that property, $37,000. Vacancy rate. You see it says optional. All right, I don't want to confuse y'all. That's if one of the units are empty. That's if the property is empty. We're going to put 0. I don't want to confuse y'all. Okay? Operating expenses. What is that? That can be taxes and insurance. Just to do whole numbers and not confuse y'all, we're going to keep it just base level information. Right now, we're going to put 0. Okay? We're going to put 0. All right, now, annual loan payment. All right, so I showed y'all. My loan payment on that place is, damn, how much do I pay? Hold on one second. Let me go see. I don't even remember, man. I'll tell y'all quickly. Okay, so I pay $2,600 a month. That is my mortgage to the hard money lender. Okay, so we're going to take $2,600, multiply that by 12. Annually, I pay. Oh, what happened? What in the world? My numbers went away. Oh, man. So I pay $31,200. I don't know what the hell happened, man. Glitching. Okay, what we had over here? 3,100 times 12. We had 37,200. And I put 33,000 down to buy it. Come on in, hit that like button. Bam. I'm at an 18.18% cash on cash. For me, as a turnkey, that's a W. That's a huge W. Now watch this. Let's do the fixer upper, y'all. Let's do the fixer upper. All right, watch this. The fixer upper, y'all. I put to buy it I think I put about 18,000 down total. It was cheap, probably less, probably like 15,000. I've put about, far as repairs and maintenance, I'm probably around 30. Let's put 40. So let's say I'm all in right now, out of my pocket, 55,000 from acquiring it, repairs and maintenance. You know, I had the AC go out a few times, dishwasher went out, little small things. I'm all in around 55,000. Okay, I told y'all I get $2,400 a month for the last 2 years. I get $28,800 annually. It's not vacant. Okay, I couldn't tell you the taxes or the insurance off the top of my head. My mortgage is $1,300 a month. Multiply that by 12, 15,600. This, folks, right here is why I like fixer uppers. Look at that. I'm getting a 24% return on my money. Stock market boys can't touch that. And that's infinite. That's infinite, folks. That's forever. If I never sell, and guess what? This number right here is going to keep going up. I'm in a rental market. Okay? You're getting the sauce from C Dizzle, baby, by the way. I'm getting a 24 cash on cash. Any questions? All right, now, what's a good cash on cash? I'm glad you asked. I'm about to show you. Okay, this is according to Google, by the way. What's considered a good cash on cash when we talking rental properties? I thought you would never ask. All right, let me know if y'all can see this. Considered a good cash return. All right, average, y'all. Okay, y'all see that? What was I getting on that first one? 18. Hit that like button. Nicole says, okay, how do you feel about HOA properties? Nicole, if you don't take nothing away from this stream, Nicole, do not buy a rental property. Let me do this right quick. Everybody in the stream, all 7 of y'all, hit the like button, man. Can a brother get 2 likes? Do not buy a property in the HOA. Let me say that one more time. Never, ever, ever in life buy a property in the HOA. Why? You got an HOA board. You got an HOA president. You have an HOA vice president. You have HOA board members. You have a vote. It's like a democracy. Okay? To make it a comparison to politics, buying properties in HOAs is like a democracy. Yeah, your shit is run by Congress, by the Republic. When you buy properties in non-HOAs, you are a dictator. You run your shit. You do whatever you want. If you want to paint the building pink and park your truck in the middle of the yard, you can do that in a non-HOA neighborhood. In the HOA neighborhood, you would get fined. They probably would try to stop you from renting the property, and eventually they would try to take your property. Ask me how I know. It's in the HOA. Damn, Nicole. My advice, Nicole, is talk to the HOA. See their rules. Like, see what their rules are as far as rentals. All right, back to the lesson. Okay. This C Dizzle, baby. We dropping the sauce tonight. Okay, what does that say? This is Google AI. Okay. Everybody see that? Do I need to zoom in more? Uh-oh. It reads, a good cash on cash return for a rental property typically falls between 8 and 12% Although acceptable, benchmarks can vary significantly based on the market. Like I said, it's proximity, investment strategy, and your specific goals. Some investors in high growth or riskier markets may seek 15 to 20% ROI, while those in stable, low appreciation markets accept 5 to 7%. Okay, so what does that mean? I can give it to you in layman terms. That means I'm in the metro. If you're in the metro area, if you in Denver, Colorado, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, LA, I would tell you to stay away from LA, Charlotte, DC, Miami, Tampa, St. Louis, Chicago. Those are metro area real estate markets. Okay. We looking for 15 or better. Yeah, what you say, Nicole? The rules are not too bad. The only trip about Airbnb. Yeah, listen, Airbnb is pretty much listen. Everybody get caught up on this whole what's popular. Airbnb was it 5 years ago. Unless you get in a house on the beach, on the water, or in the middle of downtown somewhere, don't invest in the Airbnb. It's not worth it. The time, the energy, the headache, the runaround is not worth it. I had an Airbnb 5, 6, 7 years ago. I did it for 2 years. I got tired of it. I cashed out. And now I just buy traditional rentals. Okay? Stay away from Airbnb. Unless you got like the best location in town, it's not worth it. All right. So, like I said, if you're in the metro area, those cities I just named, we're looking for a 15% cash on cash. All right. 15% cash on cash. If you are in a rural market, what's a rural market? West Virginia, Alabama, Indiana, Idaho, Oklahoma, parts of Texas, South Georgia, South Carolina, Kentucky, Ohio. You are what they call a soft market. 8% is phenomenal. 8 cash on cash is phenomenal. All right. Now, to each his own. To each his own. Like me, I'm not going to do it unless it has to be at 15 or close to a 15 cash on cash. I won't do it. The juice not worth the squeeze. When you're talking about dealing with tenants, when you get in a call 9 o'clock at night, oh, my toilet is flooded. The hot water heater's out. Blah, blah, blah. It's not worth it, folks. I got to be making some money on that property. Okay? What you say, brother Genta? As long as you can rent it out, you will be fine. But it will be your job to make sure your tenants follow the rules. Facts. Another thing. Another point. I know a lot of guys, there's some rich guys who like to park their money in real estate. They call these alligator deals. Essentially, they buy the property just for the appreciation. They don't buy it for the equity or the cash flow. They buy it for the appreciation. You can do that, but your money got to be long. Okay, what do I mean by that? Your money got to be long, because guess what? If something go wrong, there's a roof leak, a pipe burst, the taxes go up, the insurance go up. You are now underwater. You are in the negative every month. And if you're not sitting right with your income, you are going to start to bleed, and you're going to stress, and that property might become a burden. The only time I preach appreciation is if you're an advanced investor. So what does that mean? Hypothetically, right? Let's say I find a property near the beach, right? Say I find I seen the guy. Matter of fact, I seen the guy on YouTube. He thought he was doing something. He was a novice. All right, he was a novice. He made this elaborate YouTube video. It was a great video, great production, great execution. But you know, once he went over the numbers, when he broke down the numbers, I'm like, this fool is losing. he was breaking even. But I gave him this. He was a high earning business owner, and all he cared about was appreciation. So he won, right? So hypothetically, let's say I buy a duplex that's like 2 minutes from the beach. It's worth $1 million. I buy it for 780,000, and I put 100,000 into fixing it up. All right, so I'm all in at 880,000, and it's barely it's close. It's worth like 950, and the rent barely covers the mortgage. I'm breaking even. That's the alligator deal, folks. I'm not making no monthly cash flow. Essentially, I got a deal. I bought it for 780, and in 5 years, it's going to be worth 1.2 million, and I can sell it or cash out. You got some investors out here who do that. Okay, so that's it, man. We rocked out on the stream. Thank y'all for the dialogue. If you were new to the stream, to the channel, subscribe, baby. One second here. Yeah, man, subscribe. I'm gonna try to do more streams like this in the future. But as you can see, a lot of people don't tune in. No doubt, Nicole. A lot of people don't tune in. I might just make this type of content exclusively, and you join the membership, $3 a month. $3 a month, and you'll get these kind of videos. You'll get these kind of live streams. But other than that, man, I'm out. I'm back tomorrow. I'm streaming tomorrow morning. We back at it. C Dizzle, baby. 2026. Let's get this money, baby. We out. Peace.